Hi guys, it's Adam here, and today I'll be going over the last concept in CUEGIS, which is strategy. So let's think of strategy as a strategy belonging to different departments. So starting off with the marketing department. So when we think of marketing, we usually think of the four P's: the product, price, promotion, and place. And we can subdivide the marketing strategies into pricing strategies, meaning how much price you're gonna charge your customers. Are you gonna use predatory pricing or psychological pricing, and like different elements within the pricing strategies. And also we can think of the product strategy, meaning is our company gonna trying to innovate and devise new product, or are we gonna stick with our existing product? That's all decisions that the companies have to make. And also the promotion strategies. What kind of promotion are we gonna use? Above the line promotion, or are we gonna use below the line promotion? Or are we gonna put our company ads on a billboard, or whatever? So that's exactly the promotional strategies that the company will have to figure out. And also the strategy with regard to place. So when we think of place, we can also think about distribution. Exactly where are we gonna place the product, or how are we gonna distribute the product? Are we gonna ask a vendor to help us distribute the product, or are we gonna sell it directly to our customers through our online channel? So that are basically all decisions that kind of put together in the marketing department. And moving on to the finance department. So when we think of finance in the finance chapter, we can see that the first element in the finance chapter is different sources of finance. So sourcing finance is definitely one of the most important concepts in the finance department. So for the finance department, they are mainly in charge of trying to get enough cash to support all other activities in other departments. So basically, they're gonna decide on where are we gonna borrow money, how much we're gonna borrow, at what rate is affordable for us in the long term. So they're in charge of devising all sorts of ways for us to source the finance. And moving on from the finance to the operation standpoint, so they are mainly gonna think of the debtor days and creditor days ratio. Although that kind of tied to the finance department's decision making, but I think it's more related to operations, because that basically is the interaction between you, the business owner, and the suppliers, and you with the customers. So you're gonna negotiate the terms and conditions, and exactly when are you gonna pay your suppliers, and also what kind of credit period do you allow your customer to pay you? So you want a direct payment, or you can kind of afford a delay of 30 days for the customer to pay you back. So that is all decisions that you need to make, the kind of strategic decisions you need to make. And also the production methods. Like I've talked about in another video about the different production methods. The strategy basically in here is you will have to consult your overall strategy. So that will somehow depend on the overall strategy, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. Because if your overall strategy is to target high-end customers, then you will probably have to use job production, meaning that you will have to innovate and customize each and every individual product. So your production methods will have to be some sort of job production, which allows a lot of customization. But if you wanted to sell it to the mass audience, then probably you would just need to streamline production, use the flow, the mass production method. So that really depends on the overall strategy and what you wish to achieve. So let's finally move on to the last category, which is speaking from the leadership perspective. So that's all really depending on the vision and the mission statement. So let's just recap. I'll give an example of Feeding America over here. So the vision of the Feeding America is a hunger-free America. So what vision is it paints a picture of the ideal position that the world will be in with the presence of this company. So it's basically like in 20 years, there will be no hungry people in America. That's basically the ideal position that the Feeding America want America to be in the near future or the distant future, at least within the company's reach. So the mission statement is a more grounded statement saying like what we are gonna do to help to achieve that vision. It's exact ways that Feeding America is gonna take, the exact path they're gonna take to achieve that vision. So here is to really establish a nationwide network of member food banks. So that's what they are gonna do. They're gonna establish a nationwide network of food banks. So that's basically what they're gonna do. So then after the vision and mission, there actually comes the strategy. Oops. So strategy actually comes after the mission and vision statement. Here I'm gonna highlight this. So the strategy is basically more specific ways we're gonna achieve the mission over here. So that's basically what the strategy is gonna do. So let me give you an example. So here in the Feeding America's case, they're probably gonna say like, how are we gonna really build more food banks and the exact time span that we're gonna do that. And then after the strategy, there will be tactics and goals, small goals and tasks exactly. So it's actually a straight line process of fulfilling the vision and mission. So strategy serves to fulfill the mission, which ultimately fulfills the vision. And also I have to mention about the CSR, which is the ethics, if we speaking about the CUEGIS. So the CSR, usually for a nonprofit organization like Feeding America, it's pretty obvious because the nonprofit themselves are used not to make profit, but actually to help us live in a better world. So the ethical issue in here is pretty clear that they are mainly devised just for the ethical aspect. But for normal businesses, it's also important for them to integrate CSR into their vision, into their mission, and also implement that into strategies to help them achieve that kind of goal that they wanted to achieve. So that's basically all for this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Please click subscribe, and there are a lot of awesome videos in my channel. Thank you guys. See you next time.